Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video. So I've just realized with the new update we have two kind of event boss battles. We got one boss battle and one death match, and I didn't show you guys this boss match as a couple of ideas and some options. So my apologies. We'll do it now. Hopefully you're already working through it, but we'll do that, and we'll also do the indigenous purgatory creature as well. I'll show you guys a couple of teams and stuff that you want to use. And yeah, we'll get into it. So the very first team, which you guys will see that I'm using, is just the Overlord team. So this is obviously very, very nice if you summoned on Overlord. If you didn't, then we'll have a look at a different team after this, but I'll kind of explain the mechanics on this run, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Ainz is kind of goated for this, and I'll kind of explain why in a second. There are a couple other teams that you can potentially run. To be honest, I haven't tried any other teams, but we're going to give them a go today, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So equipment-wise, it's nothing crazy, just HP defense, HP crit resistance, HP defense. Like I haven't even given Ainz gear properly yet because he's only 1/6. I've just got a standard combat support class, a combat stat card set. That's it. So I'm just going to invite a random. There we go. That'll do. And we're gonna get into it, and I will show you guys, yeah, how to do the boss fight, I guess. So in short, the first floor, the first phase, should I say, is the first turn he can't take more than one damage, like one. So there you go, fixed damage. So that appears. Don't worry about it. It disappears after this turn, so I'll let the AI just do whatever they need to do. What I usually do is I throw away the Kakaitis cards, just because it'll give me some more buffs for my counter starts. It's almost there. There you go. 1/1/1 is all you can do, right? So that'll disappear after this turn. Even when it goes to his go, it'll kick in. And then usually, if I don't top deck another Albedo card, I probably should put Albedo on that side, to be honest, but if I don't top deck another Albedo card, then usually I can pretty much counter and kill him in this turn, right? Your Albedo might not be able to. We'll see, because I've only got 2 buffs. I don't have all Nanashi buffs as well, which is a bit of a shame. But, yeah. So you'll see, it's an AoE, and we did decent damage there, right? So that's a bleed card, as you guys can see. That does damage, but he's dead, right? So again, I'll show you a different team and how to cleanse that bleed and stuff. But as you can see, the boss is not really that strong. He's pretty well. It obviously depends on your level and stuff like that, but he's not super tanky. So this turn, you do want to. I suppose the couple of things to be careful about is not on this turn, but on the previous turn he has a stance card, which we'll touch on in the next iteration or the next team run, and then this recovers own HP of 80% of max HP and increases PS rate. So this recovery card's actually very strong, so you kind of just got to keep an eye out for it. And then he does have removes heroes to fully heals their H, increases all stats. So he has an Overcomes Crisis card where it's below 40%. You don't really need to worry about it, just do the damage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to go. And here's why you keep these Ainz cards, and hopefully I'll show you. Now, obviously, if you can pair up with another Ainz, when you do this with like an AI or whatever, you'll actually do a butt ton of damage. I mean, Thor's obviously going to do a fair amount as well. I think I'm actually, yeah, there's the below 40%, the full heal. Again, I'm not super fussed about it, because as you can see, Ainz does heaps of damage even with only 2 stacks. So this will kill him here, and we're done, right? So Ainz is goated for this. If you can run Ainz and Albedo, you're pretty much set. You just counter the first stage, and then you just finish him off with Ainz in the second stage. Again, the only thing really to be worried about is that heal card, which is not a thing to be worried about. He just heals up, and then there's a counter, which I'll show you guys. So I'll change up my team a little bit for this, just to show you guys a couple of other options. Another very easy option, just because he is red, is honestly running humans. So what I mean by humans is, if you run, you can run Old Mate, which will probably end up running, but the one I really want is Roxy. Right, so Roxy's really good. I actually really like having Jenna in this because of her stance cancel, which I'll explain and show you guys shortly. Then in terms of the other ones, again, I'll probably just run Escanor. And then in this slot, it doesn't really matter. You could run Jenna with the cleanse if you wanted to increase your basic stats as well. You could run Percy. You could run even Death Pierce if you want to. I'll explain the other one, but I actually run Game of Shin in the other one as well. But for this, I'll probably honestly just run Mikasa, who's the free one. Increases all stats of all heroes for each ally that takes damage, but then in PvE, if all allies in the battlefield are human, increases those basic stats by 10% and the damage dealt by single targets. So we're literally just going to use this team. I am going to put on the human card set. Where is it? This one. So the increase in attack, and then for gear-wise, attack crit, attack. HP defense. I'm going to swap that around. I'll put attack crit on him. Let me just pull the gear out. There we go. Attack crit on here. HP defense, just a random set, and HP defense, right? So again, CC is fine. Should very easily be able to out CC here. And then there you go. There's another random team comp. So we're going to show you guys without the overlords if for some reason you didn't summon overlords. Hopefully you guys had some gems spared to summon. But yeah, this is another team. Look, to be honest, you can use most teams. Obviously any sort of counter team works well in that first turn. So if you have a unit that runs a counter, you can run something like Boulder. Right, if you've got Boulder I think would be a good alternative as well to Albedo. But yeah, anything. So again, we're kind of honestly, I'm just going to I'm going to throw away. I'm just gonna throw away a couple cards. I'm not really fast. I haven't used this team before, like I said, but I'm not honestly concerned. I think we'll do more than enough damage. I'm keeping the stance cancel card because I'm kind of hoping we get to the point where I'll show you guys a stance cancel, or the stance that's needed. Well, to be fair, even if we don't, I will just I'll just show you guys when we open up his kit. So it's not a counter, it's just a taunt. It's not a taunt, it's just a stance. We have 2 level 2s, so we're in a pretty good spot. We'll also have ult for next turn. As you can see, he's already got the 3 stacks, which is obviously nice for him. He is going to do more damage to us just because of the way that... Ooh, evade. Okay, cool. So he does often sometimes pop evade as well, but that will only work for... from attack skills for 1 turn. I think that actually goes away. So you can obviously bring a buff removal as well, but this stance, as you can see, will also increase HP related stats as well, annual teas. So I can't, actually no. I can't, yeah, I'm just going to remove it there. And honestly, I can't remember if it does evade for the whole time or if it's just this one attack. Let's see. Okay, no, cool, it goes away. So that's nice. And then Melly's just going to remove the stance anyway and melt, right? So it's only an evade for 1 attack, so the AI will do it for you, and then you'll go into it. Melly's actually a pretty solid pick here, because obviously he'll cleanse all these debuffs, gets true creation, he can cancel stances, but I'm just going to throw out cards, because we pretty much should demolish now. So yeah, Melly's a great pick, as you can see. I'm going to run humans. I like running the overlords just because that's what you're kind of supposed to be running with this, right? There you go. We'll do additional damage and probably kill. No. Okay, sweet, full heals. That's good. That's fine. Melly's going to almost kill anyway. Obviously, Melly has type advantage too, and then I'm going to finish off with Esker on ult. So it's a pretty straightforward boss. You don't have to worry too much about what units you use. Just use ones that maybe cancel stances if you're finding that annoying. Because it does increase HP related stats, but I think it was, what, 30% or something like that. But yeah, a couple of simple, easy teams to use. Pretty easy, you should be able to work through. The actual shop is actually pretty decent, but it's also, there's the same shop is for the indigenous creature. So I'll show you guys the team I'm running for this. This literally is a, where is it? This is literally a 2-card boss. So this is what I'm using. So I've got Roxy, I've got Escanor, and then I also have Gamer Shin. Now again, you can swap any of these out as you see fit. Roxy's kind of a key component because she's super helpful because she has the additional death damage when you crit. I have a Holy Relic, which is nice. In the back, again, you could put the Brawler Barn, you could put, you know, Jenna that with her Holy Relic, anything like that. If you're not 2-tapping, I would recommend bringing a cleanse unit. So your cleanse unit for humans can be, again, it can be Jenna with her Holy Relic, which is always helpful because you'll cleanse all the corrosions. And then you also can run something like, where is she? Kizune as well. Even if you want to, you can put in Jewel as well, because he's got a buff removal. Someone's revving a motorbike. Again, it doesn't really matter too much. These two are kind of the key components. Again, it doesn't necessarily also have to be this Escanor. It can be LR Escanor if you want. It can be the older ultimate, the one, like I just used obviously this Escanor because he's the best one. So I'm actually going to skip the first turn because I will show you guys what happens, like all the corrosions and stuff. He does have a counter stance as well, but the counter's so weak. Like this boss hopefully should be pretty easy for most people. Yeah, just because. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, he's going to debuff. That debuff will apply 4 corrosions. So again, what I'm just going to show you guys. No, I'm just going to show you guys this. So I'm just going to throw out the rest of these cards because I don't really need them. But as you can see, we're pretty much just going to go bang, 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 and he dies. So that's 1 card, right? And then we're also going to do... He had a counter, he had a corrosion, doesn't really matter. And then all I'm going to do here is this, and then that's like more than enough. And then we're done. Right, so your Roxy might not do quite that much damage if you don't have a Holy Relic or you don't have invested in a little bit. I do have a 15% attack Roxy. But yeah, like I said, there's plenty of different teams you can run. You can run Jenna if you want. You can run Kizune if you're running a human team. I mean, you can even run a Goddess team with a Cleanse if you really want to and just use Mael to kind of roll through it. A really good one that you can potentially use as well is probably going to be a Ragnarok team. So rather than something like this, you could obviously run Freya, but then another good choice is one of the Skardis, to be honest, because they both work on debuffs applied. So if there is a debuff on your team, you'll increase attack and defense. And I think I've got it to a point where I've had like 12 stacks of corrosion and or 8 stacks of corrosion, and they basically, the boss patience is us. Our patience is my team just because of this. So, but again, be careful of the corrosions because they can stack up and they can kind of melt your health. But let's do it. Let's, for example, let's put Scardy in, and then here I'm gonna put in, I've got Freya. Let's just run a full Ragnarok team, just because we can. I don't even know if, no, I don't even think we need to be honest. Let's just leave Nanashi there because Nanashi's solid. And then in that slot, I mean, you can run Thor. Let's leave Thor in there, but you can run Thor, you can run Tyr if you want. You could, you know, run basically any high DPS unit. But it's a pretty straightforward boss. Just don't let the corrosion stack up and kill you. We've had this boss a few times now, so I just kind of wanted to incorporate it with the other boss that we've had a couple of times too. But so all I'm going to do here is I will show you guys the corrosion stacks. So I'm just going to throw away that to give my homegirl a few extra stats just for fun. I don't really get to use Scardy that much either, so I'm kind of, you know, I don't mind getting to use her. It's quite nice. So as you see, we're going to get a bunch of stacks of corrosion. There we go. So there's 4, and we're probably going to patience. Yeah, there you go. You're going to patience Scardy, right? Because there's so many of those. And here, honestly, we will just go like this. And then we can cancel the stance with Freya, but I'll show you guys the damage. It's very, very minimal. And then that should be more than enough, right? He's red as well, so Thor's going to absolutely pop off. There you go, patience, right, with the Nanashi buffs and, you know, the damage reduction from Thor as well. Like, there's no way they can do any damage. There's the corrosion. So like I said, if it stacks up too much, you can actually put yourself in a bit of danger. So just be aware of that and just be careful. Like, this will not take you that long to do. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and then I've got multiple ults. But we're going to do plenty of damage. Now, this one does actually have quite a high crit resistance. Obviously, you saw with Roxy I could still hit crits just because of a few things. And obviously, Thor just obliterates too. So, like, there's plenty of options for you guys to pick. Hopefully, it's pretty straightforward for you guys. But hopefully, this helped and gave you a few different ideas on teams to run for those 2 different boss battles. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be back with more videos, of course. And until then, thanks for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.